There is a magic that dwells above us. Every star, every cloud, every shift of light is a reminder that there is more yet to uncover. Let your creativity rise with the sun, wander with the moon, and let it be never ending like the wondrous skies. Hello team, I'm Jess or Jashi Corinne on behalf of Archer and Olive, and today we're going to be unboxing the September 2025 subscription box. With that said, I must warn you that there are spoilers ahead. If you want to be surprised when your own box arrives, unpackage everything without knowing anything about what's inside, then jump into the description box where you can find a link to grab this one, because in this video we're going to be looking through all of the goods in close detail to see exactly what's in here. As we go through, I would love to know your thoughts about the items, so drop those into the comments. But without further ado, let's have a look. An important place to start though is our information card that tells us everything to expect in the box. If the colors and design on this one are anything to go by, I am in for a treat. I love stars and sparkles. But flipping over, you can see we get a rundown of each of the items with details about each of them, including sizes, colors, and types. We aren't going to read through this one together because we're actually going to look at all of the items, but it does make for a really nice checklist of things to get excited for. Putting that one to the side though and getting out our first item, this one is a set of 4 decorative tapes. As you can see, all of the designs are distinct from each other and they really tie nicely into that color palette that we had on the information card. We have a pink and purple gradient sky design with some stars and sparkles in a holographic foiling, that one being 9mm across. One with touches of pink, peach, and purple with little suns in a gold foiling, that one being 1.5 centimeters across or 15mm. A fully gold foiled tape which is 2 centimeters across or 20mm, and a dark blue sky with stars, sparkles, and moons in a holographic foiling, that one being 2.5 centimeters across or 25mm. So that you can see what each of those tapes look like, we're going to swatch them out in an A5 Archer and Olive notebook. This specific notebook doesn't come in the subscription box, but it just gives you an appreciation for what these tapes will look like on white paper. When laying down the tape, I ripped this edge, but I cut this one with a craft knife, and I was actually really impressed by how well the gold tape in particular did with that ripping. Normally with a tape like this, you'd expect it to be a little bit more difficult to rip, but because the tape itself is very fine, it meant that that ripped edge actually almost just looks like I cut it with a craft knife as well. Not to mention the shine on the tape is absolutely gorgeous, but here you can see all of those designs on white paper. The holographic foiling and our top and bottom tapes show up better from this angle, but those 2 gold tapes are highlighted way better in brighter light. Putting those ones back into their box and getting out our next item though, this one is a set of 5 calligraph pens. We have our color names and swatches on the back so that we can match them to each of the pens, and those pen colors are on the caps as per usual. We also have some name labels that we can attach to our pens to keep them organized, and I like to attach mine just underneath the Archer and Olive logo. In terms of the 5 colors though, we have Sunset Glow, Solar Flare, Purple Eclipse, Astral Blue, and Stellar Blue. This makes such a pretty gradient that is perfect for Wondrous Skies. And just in case your pens get out of order when you're getting them out of the box, Sunset Glow is the lighter of the oranges, and Solar Flare is the darker of the oranges. Astral Blue is the paler blue, while Stellar Blue is the darker blue. Each pen has a broad tip on one end and a fine tip on the other, so let's do some swatching. With each of the nibs you can get a different weight or thickness depending on the amount of pressure you apply, with the broader nib definitely giving you thicker lines than the fine nib. Having a closer look at the palette though, you can see the range of colours we have, and I've just swatched them in the order they were found in the box. As these ones are water-based markers, we're not going to test them on blackout paper because they wouldn't really show up, but I love the range of colours we have here and how it wonderfully ties in with the colour palette we saw in the tapes. Putting the calligraphs back into their box though and setting them to the side, the next item we have is also pens, but this time metallic gel pens. I know the box isn't the point, but I'm such a sucker for stars and sparkles that I think this is so cute. And the fact that we have gold and silver in here very much ties in with the differences in the foiling we got in the washi tapes, and also the fact that we're not just focusing on morning skies or evening skies, we get the best of both worlds. Getting these ones out of the box though, and we are definitely leaning into the dusk and dawn theme here. Both of the pen bodies have a celestial theme, one of them being purple with silver detailing, and the other one being a light yellow cream with gold detailing. I do love that the metallic finishes on the pens are different colors, so we know which one is the silver pen versus which one is the gold pen. And as said, it's really leaning into that idea of the sky in the morning with the sunrise, and in the evening after the sun sets. We have some little suns and some stars and sparkles on this one, and different types of stars and sparkles on this one. The great thing about metallic gel pens is that they write on both white and black paper, so we're going to be testing them on both, and both of the pens have a 0.6mm nib. I found that both pens went down smoothly on the page, they showed up well on both the blackout and the white paper, and when they caught the light, the shine was really pretty. In terms of the pens themselves though, the lid stays on really nicely, you need to give it a good tug to get it off and then it clicks on. The cap of the pen does fit onto the end of the pen if you wanted to add that extra length, and the pen is refillable just by unscrewing the lid and taking out the cartridge. I really like the weight and feel of the pens, and the design is also really pretty, but putting those ones back into their box, the next item we have is a pack of alpha stickers. Again, I know the packaging is not the point, but I will totally be cutting this up and using it in my journal because it is really pretty. But flipping this one over, on the back it tells us that we have 12 sheets with a matte finish. These ones have a bunch of different sky designs and heaps of letters, and as you can see from the cut lines, each of these is done in such a way that it looks like it was cut out of a magazine. So made to look like they were kind of cut out or ripped out of something else. Having a look at each of the designs though, you can see we have plenty of each of the vowels with a range of different lettering styles. We have uppercase and lowercase letters, and a mix of skies during the day and at night. With all of these being on matte, non-transparent paper though, they're going to be suitable for using on both white paper and black paper, and any other color you have. I in particular like that we also have some numbers and symbols in here too, that can be very useful. But putting those ones back into their packet, the next item we have is a set of 2 collage paper books, one for night and one for day. You can see we have the return of the stars and sparkles and the little suns, but flipping over, it tells us on the back here that we have 60 sheets per book for the 2 collage paper pads. Opening it up so we can have a little look. I appreciate that it very clearly shows us which one is the day and which one is the night, but we also have a label on the side just in case. We're going to start by looking through the day one, and as we flip through you can see we do have repeats of the styles, which is always great just in case there's one in particular that you really fall in love with, and then you get that kind of like hoarder mentality. I can't possibly stick this down because I need to find the perfect placing for it. It's all good, we have repeats. But in here we have design 1, design 2, design 3 with the return of the stars and the suns, those ones making a repeating pattern across a dawn sky. We have design 4, design 5, which is really like 2 separate designs that we could cut in half, design 6, design 7 with some little birds, design 8 almost looks like it was made on a textured paper. This paper in particular is smooth, but I like the look of the texture. Design 9, which also looks like it's textured, but the paper itself is flat. Design 10, design 11, which is another half and half. Design 12, which has the stars and sparkles overlaid on the sky. Design 13, design 14 with the rolling hills, and design 15, which has some swirling clouds. Each of these are repeated 4 times through the book to give us the 60 pages. And having a look at the night set, we have the first design, design 2, design 3 with the moons and the stars, again making a repeating pattern, design 4 with the half and half split, design 5, design 6, which is so gorgeous, design 7, design 8, design 9, design 10, which is another half and half, design 11, which has the stars and sparkles over this kind of like sunset sky, design 12, design 13, design 14, and design 15. Which again repeats 4 times to give us the 60 pages. I said I love that we get multiple of each design in each of the books, and in terms of dimensions, the pages are 4 inches across, or roughly 10.1 centimeters, and 6 inches tall, or roughly 15.1 centimeters. I think my favorite is night, but let me know which one's your favorite in the comments, day or night. Putting those 2 back into their box though, and onto the next item, this one I'm quite excited for, and that's a celestial pen holder. Now, my biggest concern with these types of items is always, oh my gosh, is it going to arrive broken? Opening up the box though, you can see that it's very well packaged for a safe transit, and getting it out, it is absolutely stunning. This one has an octagonal geometric shaping with the stars and sparkles and the holographic foiling, and while the inside of the pen holder is black, the outside has an iridescence to it that you can see when it catches the light, along with the holographic foiling of the stars and sparkles and little moons. While the pen holder is food safe, regular washing could deteriorate the outer electroplating, and I want to keep this one as pretty as possible for as long as possible, so I'll probably just be using mine as a pen cup. I am personally super excited to use this on my desk because I am always looking for more pen storage, especially storage that doubles as decoration. And in terms of sizing, we've got about 8 centimeters from flat edge to flat edge, or 8.5 from corner to corner. In terms of the height, that's roughly 10 centimeters. This one isn't even going back in its box, it's going straight on my desk. But the next item we have is a very special notebook. If the box doesn't give it away, this one is special not only because of the size, but also because of the style. Suspense is overrated, so let's just jump on in and have a look. On one side, we have a glowing gold sun on an off-white buckram cover. You can see the gorgeous gold foiling here and the slightly pearlescent sheen to the buckram. But if we flip this one over, we have a different design on the back, again in buckram, but this time silver on blue. This one has the moon and stars and sparkles, and again just highlights the night and day duality we've had in the rest of the box. While you may be thinking, Jess, did you just unbox 2 notebooks and you haven't pulled them apart? This one is actually one notebook that has white paper on one side and black paper on the other. They're joined by an internal cover where you can see the day and night meet, and as it tells us on the back of the box, we have a dual-sided dot grid notebook with 112 blackout pages and 112 white pages with 160 GSM paper. For the day side, we have gold detailing, so a gold ampersand on the bookmark, and gold foiling in the inside cover. This end card is also on the day side of that internal cover, and we have some cute sun-inspired spine design on that side too. On the night side though, we have silver detailing, including a spine with stars and sparkles, silver foiling on the inside cover, and the same on the night side of the internal cover. If you're sitting here thinking, Jess, this is beautiful, but how am I going to use it? They do offer a really nice suggestion on the info card saying start and end your day with this dual-sided 6x6 notebook. You could essentially have it for daily reflections where you start the day on the day side, writing about like hopes for the day or what you're excited about or any kind of thoughts waking up in the morning, and then finish off your day on the night side. And probably also be using your metallic gel pens in here because they'll work well on the blackout paper. In terms of the page dimensions though, it's 6x6 for the notebook, but for the dot grid we have 27 boxes across and 27 boxes vertically, which makes sense because it is a square design. In terms of other sizes you might be familiar with though, a typical A5 from Archer & Olive is 26 boxes across, so it's quite similar to the width of that. I am very excited to use this one and I think it is such a cool concept, but putting it back into its box and moving that one to the side so we can have a look at our next item, which is an A5 notebook. I know the box isn't the point, but oh my gosh, I love it! We have this galaxy in the background with the gold ampersand in the middle, but opening it up so we can have a look, we have the return of the stars and sparkles! This is on a Mystic Plum buckram cover, and the sparkle designs are done in a holographic foiling. We have sparkles along the side, the top, the bottom. We also have some along the spine edge, mainly focused around the top and bottom, and those wrap around to the back cover where we have more as well, all with that holographic foiling. We also have holographic foiling along the edge of the paper, and you can see that the stars and sparkles continue into here as well. So with 4 pointed stars, 8 pointed stars, little circles and little moons, which are all done in white while the holographic foiling fills in the gaps. The notebook comes with a purple elastic closure, and we also have a pen loop on the side. Opening it up, the decoration continues on the inside cover, that one also being done with a holographic foiling. Given the silver base of the foiling, we have a silver ampersand charm on one of the bookmarks, and in terms of pages, we have 192 bright white dot grid 160 GSM paper. For dot grid dimensions, we have 26 boxes across and 38 boxes vertically, so the standard A5 size that Archer & Olive offers. This notebook is gorgeous and I am so excited to put it on my shelf and have the spine sticking out with its beautiful decoration. But putting that one back into its box and recapping what we had a look at, we had the 4 washi tapes, set of 5 calligraph pens, 2 metallic gel pens, 12 sheets of alpha stickers, 2 collage paper books, the celestial pen holder, the square dual-sided notebook, and the A5 notebook. And I would love to know, which item are you most excited for? If you weren't already a box subscriber, check out the details in the description box for where you can grab yours, and I hope you end up loving the items as much as I do. Once you receive your box, be sure to tag Archer & Olive in any of your posts so that we can get excited with you. But as per always, thanks for watching.